Hello, peace and blessings. I'm Jovhannah, the Spiritual Love Healer. Welcome to Spiritual Love Tarot, where I talk all things tarot, magic, and of course, decks, because I love decks. I recently just got a new deck. I've been sitting here fighting with the tape for a few minutes because it was packaged and taped up super well, which I'm grateful for because that means it got here safe, but I just was excited and sat down and hit record and then realized I don't have a knife or scissors or anything to open this deck with. But finally I'm in there. Please don't be any more tape. It's here, it's here, it's here, and bubble wrap so lovely. Savvy is going to have a ball playing with the bubbly wrap. Oh, it comes with a little die. So I ordered the Prism Tarot, and it has this little die with it. How cute is that? It's got some numbers on it. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Not sure what that's about, but I'm excited to find out. So here it is, the Prism Tarot. These were on sale. There was like, I guess, a damaged box sale where they were a little discounted, so I opted for one of those. And the box looks pretty much intact except for those like little dents on there. So yeah, the cards are in perfect condition, so that's awesome. It's definitely worth it. I'll take the dented box. So this is the box. I love the colors. It's very I don't want to say muted, but kind of like pastel-y, but very, also still very bold. And the side has the symbols for the different elements. It says the cosmic prism absorbs infinite light through 22 facets that bend it into the colors that paint the galaxy and reveal the truth in all things. So this was created by Liz Landis. And I don't know if she has social media or anything. I am extremely new to this deck, so we're just gonna look at it together. But when I saw it, I was like, oh, that's very pretty. I like it, and now it's here. That's kind of how it goes for me. I will buy decks just to support people, because first of all, I love art. That's one thing. And so to me, not only are decks these awesome spiritual tools, but they also allow me to support people's art and to have like millions of pieces of art in my house in a very compact way. So if I see a deck and it really calls out to me, then I'm like, okay, I see you, I hear you, I will eventually get you. Maybe it was Tarot with Andrew, but I saw the cards and I was like, oh wow, that's really pretty. And then I was on Etsy looking for something else and then came across the deck and I was like, okay, that's pretty, I like it. And so anyways, I'm just rambling, but it comes with this handy dandy guide. Oh, let me show you the inside of the box because I thought this was really pretty. I like that. And it has her signature. This is deck 621 out of 661. So neato. So inside the guide, there's an introduction into what the deck is. She talks about the card. Each has the symbol, a planet, the element, and a sigil, which that's dope. And so that's what this is right here. That's the sigil. That's pretty awesome. It goes into the colors, talks about numerology, the minor arcana, the court cards, and then it talks about the suit as a story, which I think is pretty neat. So it covers the wands. It talks about the signs and planets associated with the cards. Yeah, I like it. This is really handy. And then it goes into, of course, the majors, and it also talks about the element and any planetary associations with that. So I want to see, I like to see if there are spreads included. I love spreads. I love creating spreads. Oh, so this has bonus cards, which I like that deck creators include that too. The Prism and the Void. And then she talks about what those cards represent. Then it talks about the Tree of Life. And then an astral calendar, reading tips. So there are some spreads. There's some 3-card spreads. Ooh, a compass spread. I like that. The Wheel of Fortune spread. The Prism spread. Dominion. I thought that said dominoes at first. Sorry. Yeah, so you can actually find Liz at Prism Tarot on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. So that's really awesome. I like this book. Normally when I get decks, like I read through the guidebooks, I just like to know, a lot of times the creator will include a little bit of history about the deck, and whatever like intentions they infused in it, just different neat things. It helps me to connect with my deck to kind of like understand the why behind the deck and the stories associated with each particular deck. So I like to do that, and then I like to open the deck, of course, and then I'll look through each of the cards and spend a little bit of time like just kind of looking at it, seeing which ones I like, setting aside which ones I'm like, I don't really resonate, and then just kind of like working with each card. So before I actually do a reading with most of my decks, I go through this in-depth process of like really connecting with the deck, and then once I like go through all of the cards and spend a little time working through ones I don't really resonate with, and then spending time with the ones that I love to see like, why do I love you so much, then I will do a interview spread with the deck. If it's one I plan on working with daily, then I'll probably like put it on my altar or sleep with it or just carry it around with me so that it's with me more and we're connecting more. This deck is so neat. Like, this is the full card, and so it's shrink wrapped really, really well. So I was trying to like find a way to open it without destroying it because I don't have any tools here to help me, and I didn't want to just, oh wait. Yeah, no, hang on guys, I have to go find something to open this with because I don't want to damage the cards trying to do it. Okay, next time I will be more prepared and make sure that I have the things that I need. I found some scissors, and these are so perfectly shrink wrapped. Okay, I was like, there's nowhere to put the scissors at. Okay, yay! So again, these are the backs of the cards. They're just plain, smooth. So it kind of has like a matte, like almost like that kind of velvety finish. The cards have they're pretty flexible, very bendy, which I kind of like that because the way I like to shuffle, so it has like a good bend to it. So these will shuffle fairly easily the way I like to kind of do the casino riffle thing. So here we have the Fool card, and I love that they're like kind of standing on a cloud, and I definitely see why this is called the Prism Tarot. And I love that this embodies like that we are light, we are light. So it still has the puppy or the dog there that appears in the traditional tarot. I like this so far. This is very beautiful. And this is the Magician, sitting there with all of their tools. I like that there's almost like, you know, being at your altar, or even doing like healing work or energy work like that. I love decks that include the astrological correspondences. One of the things that I want to master in my tarot practice is really weaving the astrology into it. And I know astrology, I won't call myself an astrologer. It's something that I'm studying and learning, and then will layer into my readings as well. So this is the High Priestess. And I love that it looks like she's sitting in a key almost. And I just really like that. That's very beautiful. And then here we have the Empress. She's holding a pomegranate. And I guess, I don't know, like a prism. I can't really tell. But I think that's beautiful. And she's standing in the water. And she has her crown with the stars. The Emperor. Clearly Aries energy. I like that they're holding staffs as well. There's the Hierophant. I love this depiction of the Lover's card. It's almost like, because a lot of times, especially now, the way that love is viewed, it's almost like you're mine, I have to keep you. So I like that, you know, she or he has wings. And it's very supportive. It's like, I can come and I can go, but like, you don't have to keep me here. I don't know. There's just a lot of freedom in this card when I'm looking at it. Chariot. The Strength card. Oh, I love this one. The Hermit. The Wheel. Justice. The Hanged Man or Woman. And these, I guess, yeah, they're genderless forms, so that's always a plus. I really like this deck. I'm happy that I came across it. Then we have, I was about to say Strength. That's not Strength. That's Death. Oops. Temperance. I really like this card. Like, you can see the light coming in and the light going out, and it's like being balanced and integrated, like within, like we're always taking in energy and giving out energy. So finding a way, like even if it's not positive energy that's coming in, like finding a way to filter it through light, filter it through healing, and then allowing yourself to express it in a healthy way. I like that card. Oops. And there's the Devil. And you can see it's like he's got these people on strings. And it looks like they're both almost like trying to climb up a mountain. And it's interesting. It's like when I'm looking at this, it's like, oh, we made it. We're almost at the top, right? It's like they're going towards the light. Like you're overcoming some like just hard situation and you've been struggling trying to get to the top, and it's like you're almost there. The question is, are you going to make it or are you going to fall back down? I love this card. I love it. Oh, look at the tower. This is so beautiful. It's a volcano and it's so pretty. And this has got to be the most the Star. I really like this Star card so much. A lot of times when we think about the Star, it's like looking, you know, outside yourself for that guiding light. And this is almost like a remembrance that, excuse me, you are the light, that the light lives within you, that hope, that peace. Yeah. And it's like, you know, we're connected. So even though, yeah, it looks like there is the star that we can look up to, remember that we have that same energy, that same presence, that same power within us. The Moon. I love the reflection of the dog on the water. That's beautiful. And the different phases of the moon showing here in the card as well. The Sun. I like the colors. They're so, you know what deck this would look really good with? Oh, I can't think of the name of it. I can't think of the name of it, but this is the Sun card. I like the colors. They're very colorful without being like overly bright or obnoxious. It's beautiful. Judgment and the World. I love this card. When I think of, like, you know, we are the center of our own universe, and this is what I get from this card. It's like, you are the center of your own universe. You're the center of your world. That completion and integration within yourself. I like this a lot. I'm so grateful that I came across this deck and was able to add it to my collection, because it's one that I'm going to enjoy using for sure. So let's go through the suits here. Next up, or first up, I should say, is the Wands. And you can tell looking at like the side, like each suit kind of has its own color. The Wands have like the purpley pink into like the yellow. So it's like a very rainbow effect that goes through the card. So Wands, we have the Ace here. Oh, hold on, let me flip these back over. And then here's the Two of Wands. It's almost like he was charging them. And there's the Three of Wands. The Four. We've got the Five of Wands. It's got the Six. Oh, I just realized like the back of the decks has like a little bit of embossing on them. Nice. And there's the Seven. The Eight of Wands. And we've got the Nine, if I can get it. And there's the 10. And I believe the courts go by like the traditional, I think I'll have to check. So that would be a Page, a Knight, Queen, and King. And let me double check just to be certain that I have the courts correct. Cups. Okay, so they do Knight, Queen, King, and Cup, and Princess. Hold on, were these in order? Hold up, let me see. Yeah, so that was the Knight. Okay, so I had them mixed up a little bit. So this was the Knight. This was the Queen, and now looking at it, now I can see. This is the Princess, and then this was the King. So they're in a bit of a different order. No biggie. I'll have to figure out how they structured them, because the way it's set up in here, the Princess came after the King. And that might just be because they're associated with elements. I don't know. I'll have to read that. Nope, I was wrong again. Hold on, wait a minute. This is the King. The King is sitting down. So this is the King, and this is the Princess outside of the Disney castle. It's not the Disney castle, but so this is the Princess card. Okay, this is why I like to read the book before diving into a deck. Okay, so in here they have knights representing the fire energy, fathers of the court, waxing crescent of the moon. Okay, so I see. Princesses are the transformers of the court. Okay, so the way they're set up is that you don't even have to use like the Knight King, so that's probably why. So there's the messengers, the cultivators, the rulers, which would be kings, and then the transformers. Okay, I like that. I get it. I get it. Okay, cool. Yes. It's working. Did you put it in your laptop? Yeah. The little piece? Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm glad that it works and that you like it. Savvy got a new mouse for her computer. Okay, so yeah, that threw me off a little bit. I was like, why? Okay. Cool. I'm right now doing court card study. So I'm studying court cards, reading through Ethany's tarot court book, and just journaling with a few of the court cards and some of the decks that I have right now, just to kind of reacquaint myself with them. I'm in a space where how I view and use tarot is, I guess, shifting a little bit. So there's certain things that like I'm like studying a little bit more. Like I mentioned before, astrology is one of the things that I want to dive into. So here, let's go through the Suit of Cups. So this kind of goes into like the yellow, blue, greenish tint. This is the Ace of Cups. I'm trying to put them back down in order so I can go through and like clear and cleanse the deck and then spend a little bit of time looking at the cards more. There's the Two of Cups. Oh, I love the way this Three of Cups looks. And there's the Four. It's the Five of Cups. The Six. The Seven of Cups. The Eight. There's the Nine of Cups. The 10. Okay, let's see if I remember this. So we have the Knight, which is the messenger. The Queen, which is the cultivator. Okay, I see now. The King, which is the ruler. And the Princess, which is the transformer. You got it. Makes sense to me now. All right, let's get into the Swords, which is one of my favorite suits. So the Swords has more yellow, orange, pinky, purple going on here. And so this is going to be the Ace of Swords. And then we've got the Two of Swords, which is a card that I absolutely love. And the Three of Swords. We have the Four. Oh, I like this Five of Swords. This gives me Lion King feels when Scar pushed, I can't think of his name, but Simba's dad. What is his name? How can I not remember the king? Like when he was on there, you know, holding on to the cliff before Scar just kind of like pushed him over the edge a little bit. That was so sad. I remember watching that in school. I think I was like in 6th or 7th grade, and I just cried. It was so sad. And it still will bring me to tears to this day. But yeah, so this is the Five of Swords. I really like how this is depicted. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay, there's the Six. And now that I'm looking back at these cards, it's like you're walking away, right? With the six. Normally the Six of Swords, when I see it, it's like, you know, you're moving on. And but this feels like they are walking away with a heavy heart because they know what they did here was not the business. Like, it was probably not the best moves to make. But it's like, dang, like, okay, I made this mistake or made this decision. Now I have to carry on. Like, I have to move forward with it. And then even going into the Seven of Swords, now it's like almost, for me, this feels almost like making peace with whatever happened here and whatever was learned along this journey, like reflecting on the situation. Yeah, I like this. Even though that's not the traditional meanings of the cards, this was a neat little story that I saw unfolding. And then we have the Eight of Swords. Like, he's really holding on to that in his heart, like, but now it's time to let it go. With the Nine of Swords, and then it's over in the 10. Like, you've beat yourself up enough. Let it go. Allow yourself to heal and move forward. All right, so we've got our messenger knight here. Our queen, who is cultivating. Yeah, and now there's like, you can see the pattern in the court cards. And then there's our king, who is ruling. And our princess, who is making things happen. She is transforming things. This deck gives me like, it's almost like the Marseille style, like reinvented, because there's detail in the cards. It's not just like images of the suit, like just 6 wands. There's still so much, even like just this image here, right, with the figure falling. It just evokes so much from these images, but they're very minimalistic, which just adds another layer of awesome to the deck. Okay, so now we are entering into the final suit, which is the Pentacles. And you can see there's like some blue, green, and a shit touch of yellow here. That's the Ace. And then we've got the Two of Pentacles. And I don't know if you can see it, but like as I'm looking at this figure's face, it's almost like they have a smile. Like they're content. It's like, I've got this. I am doing the dance with life. And then we have the Three of Pentacles. You can see everyone has their specific tool and they are doing what they do best. And if you can see, like, you know, we've got the pentacles within the circle. Like there's a lot of sacred geometry going on within here. So we've got the Four of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles. Oh my gosh, I love this Six of Pentacles. Normally there's like the figure man or whatever who's like giving to people, and like this is abundance. Like this is like you are receiving and also giving. Like there's like a forever exchange going on here, and this just, oh, it's so filled with abundance, especially after like being here and this person is sitting there like with their hands out, and it's almost like, you know, they're in prayer. And it doesn't feel like in the traditional in a traditional deck where like there's like the figure who's looking up at the church and they look very down and out. This is almost like, you know what, I may not have it, but I am praying for it, and I have my hands open here because I'm expecting it, and that's what comes through. Look at these beautiful pentacle flowers putting in work. I like it. And then like being able to sit back and appreciate what you've done. So they're all grown up and they're sitting there drawing, right? Now this I can get behind. I think we all need this type of energy in our lives right now. So this is the Nine of Pentacles, which, yes, I am definitely feeling this. This Ten of Pentacles I really like as well. It looks like they are in a tree, on a tree, and it's just continuing to grow, right? So it's going to continue to grow up, and you just reach for higher heights. Yeah, this is really beautiful. Very beautiful. All right, so now we have our Knight of Pentacles. We have our Queen. What I love about the Queen is that every time I see her, it's like she's sitting, and this would so be me, right? Sitting outside underneath the moon, just thinking, right? She's a cultivator. She's a nourisher. Maybe she's even infusing that pentacle like with some moon energy. But as she's sitting there, she's like, what's next? How can I take what I have now? How can I multiply it? How can we make more of this? How can we, like, she's just thinking of ways to nourish whatever it is that she's holding. And then we have the King here. And then we have our lovely Princess. And so these are the extra cards. I'm guessing this one is Prism because it looks like a prism. And then this is Void. Very beautiful. I love, love, love this deck. Oh my gosh. And it feels very light. This deck, it feels very light. Like I said, there's, and I don't mean just like physically, but the energy of the deck itself seems to be very light. It reads very clearly, like I can look at the card and just, yeah, it's beautiful. I love the colors. Very beautiful colors. I cannot wait to play with this deck some more, to see what its personality is like in the deck interview, and maybe I'll share that over on Instagram at Spiritual Love Tarot. So yeah, this is a nice little walkthrough of the Prism Tarot by Liz Landis. I love it so far, so yay. I honestly have not met a tarot deck that I did not really like, so for me to find a deck that I could not appreciate or understand would be very hard to come by, because I truly love tarot. But this deck is really beautiful. I love the light element. I love the play on prisms. The backgrounds, like the starry backgrounds, just the way that the tarot was transformed through the lens of a prism is absolutely stunning. So thank you for this beautiful work, Liz. And I would love an oracle deck to pair with this. But that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching, for subscribing. All of that means a ton to me. So have a beautiful day, and I'm gonna go have some more tarot time. Peace.